show. You'll find it all on the Karina Mitchell Show.
I have Marlon Underwood, My Life Entertainment, and he has My Life Before and After Entertainment is the name of his book. He has written a human story that talks about his life, how he came up in Gary, Indiana, how he rose to the top of the insurance game, how he fell flat on his face, and now he's rising to the top again. Hello, Marlon.
Yes, what's happening?
Pretty good. Welcome to the show. I am so happy to have you here.
All right.
Yes, because you're about to educate us today.
I'm on stage with another GI legend. You already know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Now, Marlon, tell us about your life and as a businessman, starting out in the insurance game.
Start on the insurance game. Okay, well, I'll start there. Well, I find myself in the insurance business, you know, if you knew how I grew up, you know why I ended up being so successful in the insurance business, but you want me to start there. So I started in the insurance business and I ended up really in a few months becoming the best insurance broker in America because of how I was raised and what I grew up being and what I've learned. It made me the best in the industry where, you know, there was no one, I'm talking about across the United States of America, that could actually sell and produce the amount of production that I produced in Chicago and the, you know, the Northwest Indiana area.
Yeah, you did that right here in this area.
I did it right in here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I also had agents across the United States too that was under me, but I produced most of my business around here.
Yes. Then with the insurance game, you were so good that they had to bring you to awards. You were winning awards after awards. They had to bring you to the game, man. They brought you to, tell us about the award show.
This is in Florida. Yeah, this is in Florida. There's one company I was working with, which was one of the first companies that I started working with, American Income, and I didn't know, you know, how big I was. I didn't know. I was just doing what I love to do, and I was breaking records, and you know, and they would come out with these reports every month, and how all over the United States I was always top in the charts. And then they did a documentary in my life on how I was able to accumulate and making over $200,000 a month around here in Gary.
Wow.
So they brought, all these cameras and stuff, like, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm just doing me.
Okay,
and, you know, I'm just doing me, what I love to do, you know, and they broadcast it too. And this, you can see it on YouTube, you know, my documentary and everything.
And you were able to bring your family and your mom, and they were all able to witness you. Was it in Florida, you said?
It was in Florida.
Right, but then you kind of bump heads with those people also.
Oh, you remember? Oh, you already read my book? Okay, you know, of course, you know, I did. They love me, but then, you know, of course, you know, there's always an individual that, you know, they see like, wow, you know, they want that position. So, and you know, the person that really I bumped head with was someone who was over me, and I just, you know, I had to kind of like leave because
really,
I was facing a lot of adversity, a lot of stress, you know, and a person like me who was really like the Ronald McDonald's, I was that person to that company. I didn't understand why I was facing so much stress and so much annoyance and just so much, you know, I was like, it didn't make any sense, and I kind of understood why, you know, which, you know, I mean, we're in America, you know how it is, I'm a black man, African American. And I was the best, and the person was over me. Of course, you already know who that person. You know, still love the person. I still love him. I don't have no animosity or none of that. It's just that, you know, I understood the whole science behind everything, and I started my own company.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so when you started your own company, was it better than what you had been?
Yeah. I went from I went from making probably over $200,000 to $500,000
Get out of here.
in a month. We talking about a monthly though, monthly. Yeah, we're talking about monthly, and then what I did, I just used those monies to help businesses around Gary, which a lot of people don't know. A lot of business owners around Gary that I was behind, a lot of, you know, promoting parties and things of that nature, and I did a lot.
So you gave back to the community.
Yeah, Yeah.
Now
That's in my
that's
book,
what
too.
we, you know what, and
That's
you
in my
didn't
book, too.
leave the community either.
No, I never-
You had stayed right here in the community.
Yeah, I didn't live in the community, but I focused on investing in the community. But
See,
I
that's
did
even
move
more
away.
important.
Yeah,
That's okay. You don't have to live here, but you did come and invest
I
in the
did.
community.
I did.
That was so important, Marlon.
yeah.
and
I
we
trained a
thank
lot
you
of
for
people,
that.
too, in the business, too.
You even trained my daughter.
I sure did. I
Yes,
trained a lot.
you did.
Because this business is not for everybody. You have
Yeah.
to, but I trained a lot of people who was interested, in learning how to sell insurance and in the business. But some left, some stayed, some became successful, some didn't. So, it's what it is.
Now, your life wasn't always peaches and cream.
No, definitely wasn't.
You don't mind talking about the adversity
Oh,
that you
I don't
faced
mind because,
coming up.
hey, I don't believe, I believe that your adversities, when you get past, also make you great,
You
overcoming
went to
them.
college.
Yeah, I did.
And when you were in college, you noticed that those guys down there needed something more
Yeah.
than a few cigarettes.
Yeah, of course, in the 90s,
Yeah.
drugs was big in Gary.
Right.
A lot of drug dealers was, selling drugs and riding around nice cars and things of that nature. And that's what a lot of the young people looked up to, and that's what we went after. So, when I went to college, coming from this, in the 90s, how it was in Gary.
Yeah, it was.
If anybody remember how it was, and I'm in college, I'm seeing the demand, I just took advantage of it. And
We're going to take a break. Hold that thought. We'll be right back with Marlon Underwood, who is a professional businessman, entrepreneur, and just a great Gary, Indiana person. Don't go away.
thank you.
The Karina Mitchell Show is a fresh new concept that packages the latest information in beauty, business, arts, style, and entertainment. In a 30-minute television format, your host, Karina Mitchell, stays on the cutting edge of evolving trends. In each episode, she brings to you in-studio interviews and on-location coverage. Karina has a marquee of spectacular fashion design, creative art showings, beauty presentations, and entertainment for consumers hungry for quality programs.
Now, MLE is My Life Entertainment.
Yes.
And entertainment is your first love, from what I understand.
It is.
Why is it?
Well, a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people do know. If you went to school with me, you'll know that Miss Hatcher, the mayor's wife.
Ruth Ann, I think that's her name.
Yeah, she always, I went to Williams School, and she always used me in all the programs. I'm talking about award programs, where for some reason she always wanted me to sing. I love to sing, but she just always used me. And the kids, I've noticed that when I was singing, everybody liked to hear me sing. And, I was always used in programs to like master ceremony. Even when Mayor Hatcher won an election or something like that, they brought me from school all the way to the city hall. And I was so short, so they put me in a chair, and I was standing there in front of all these cameras, they flashing everywhere, and I'm introducing the new mayor to the city of Gary. I remember that as a young child.
What's new mayor?
At Mayor Hatcher, when he won an election or something like that. They
Really?
brought me as a kid
You got a great history.
from Williams School all the way in a limo. I'm like 8 or 9. And like I'm sitting, and then all these cameras flash. I'm looking around, and then Miss Hatcher's like, "Go ahead, Aunt Marla. You know what you do." I said, "Okay." And then I got up there, and she said, "Just introduce my husband." I said, "Oh," and I introduced him. And I did my thing because a lot of, you don't know too. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so we had Theory Credit Ministry School where they teach you public speaking.
Okay.
And I've used the things I've learned as a young child growing up as a witness to public speaking. I was able at a young age introduce him like a grown man.
Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah.
you were being prepared for greatness at a young age.
At a young age, yeah. My mom started all, but then everyone picked up on it, and I've been passed along the way.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And from there, you produce fights, you produce shows, entertainment shows. What was some of your favorite entertainment shows that you have produced?
Well, it's a lot of them. I'm proud of, there's a lot. I mean, Tension.
Tension was a good one too.
Yeah, we Tension.
Local rapper from here in Gary.
From Gary, who has a lot of talent.
You talk about that in your book.
I talk about Tension. Tension, I put a lot into Tension. Me and Tension have a lot of history. He went to Williams too. He's a lot younger than me.
Oh, okay.
But he has the gift. He has the gift.
He was winning on BET too.
Yeah, he was on 106 and Park. We down there in New York. I'm in the green room. At that time, I would never put myself out there. I always put the artists out there in front.
Yeah.
I promised myself after I went through my trials that I was going to promote me and my brand.
Okay,
But
excellent.
before then, I was always behind everything. Most people didn't even know a lot of things I was doing in Gary. I was behind, but I never put myself out there.
Because you were behind Mickey Howard.
Oh yeah, Mickey Howard.
I did an
came.
interview with her
Yeah,
as well.
Mickey Howard. Yeah. Mickey
Yeah.
Howard, Chico DeBarge. And, you know, I was working with a promoter, Mike Check.
Mike Check
Rest in
Records,
peace, right? Rest in peace, Mike. You know, I was really behind him on a lot of the shows that he was doing in Gary as well too. So.
Yeah. You did an excellent job when you brought Kiki Wyatt.
Oh yeah, Kiki Wyatt.
Yeah, that
was-
lady can
yeah,
sing. Oh my
she
goodness.
did her thing. I mean, they were.
You did it for Mother's Day. Let me tell you, you should have seen after those mothers had their dinner. When Kiki hit the stage, man, the mamas, the old mothers, the young mothers,
Yeah.
I could see them dancing in,
I
the
couldn't believe it.
grandmamas.
I seen like 70-year-old women twerking. I was like, that is serious. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever it is.
They
But it
had
was
such
beautiful.
a
It was
good
beautiful.
time. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
it
they
was a beautiful
did.
time.
So, but that's your energy. You put that type of energy out.
Karina Mitchell Show. You'll find it all over Karina Mitchell.
You talked about the loves of your life in your book as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I definitely have
Yeah.
a love story.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know, I mean, of course, growing up the way I grew up, my mom, I had the best mother on the planet, and I love women because of the love I have for my mom.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I've been in many relationships because I love women,
Right.
but I've never been in a relationship with a woman to love me like my mom loved me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and,
right.
And Regina is the only one that loved me like that.
Who is Regina?
Regina, that's Miss Good Sense Oil. Everybody know Miss Good Sense Oil.
From
Everybody
Gary.
know-
She's a beautiful young. She
beautiful.
really
I've been knowing her
is.
since I was 8. She was at Williams School when I was doing all my things
So
too. She's always telling
everything
me,
that you
I
were
know, I
to
know.
be came
Yeah.
from Williams School.
Williams
Is that
School.
what it is?
I know, it's crazy. And she remembers. Like, yeah, he was always on the programs. He was always, but Gina was always laid back, and she was very attractive in school. So
Yeah.
guys was always smothering her and around her. And I
Right.
was doing my thing, and then, she was doing her thing. She was always, everybody at her all the time because she was so beautiful at a young age and
Right.
looked like a grown woman, But I was,
Right.
young little boy,
Right.
20 years. I
Right.
was just a little nerd with a bow tie, I was always,
And then you guys separated for years. And then here, today, you're back together again. So that's a great human story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had some transitions, we came together in a relationship some years, like way after, and then of course, when we get into all that, we did separate. I did,
Yeah.
make some bad decisions, and we ended up coming back together.
And so now she's your fiance.
Oh, we married now.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, we married. It's all on Facebook. We married now.
Oh,
That's all right.
congratulations to you.
Yeah, we married now. Yeah.
That's amazing, Marlon. But you know what they said, behind every good man is a good woman.
Yeah, Gina's that's a strong woman.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she's different from any woman I've ever been with.
Right.
And my mom said, my mom told me, she said, you know what, no, you couldn't be with no other woman but her. You need someone strong like her. My mom always said, run over everybody else. I'm like, okay, whatever. I can't run over Gina though. Gina, she on
right.
point. She a boss. She a boss. She's a goddess for real.
Yeah, because she
she's a
built her
goddess.
own industry with the
Yes, she
Good
did.
Sense oils.
Yeah.
She's from Gary, Indiana, so you've been around a lot of entrepreneurs in this city as well, and you have
yeah.
promoted and helped
I
a
helped
lot
a
of,
lot,
a
yeah. A lot of
lot
business
of,
owners, yeah.
yes, you have. We're going to take a break. We're talking with Marlon Underwood. He has a book, My Life Before and After Entertainment. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about his book and close out this show. So don't you dare go away.
Karina Mitchell Show. You'll find it all over Karina Mitchell Show.
with Marlon Underwood, and we discussed so much about his life in his book, My Life Before and After Entertainment. He is also now working with prison reform. Tell us about it real quick.
Well, prison reform, the website is www.unitedprisoner.association.com. And it really, you know, it's philanthropy work because, you know, as you get to a certain point in life where you see injustice, things of that nature, you just can't, you know, act like you don't see it. So when you're conscious and you connect to the universe, you try to change it, you know, because really we're the one that can change anything on this planet.
Right.
It starts with us.
Right.
So right now, my passion is to
Right here?
try to
Wanna
raise
tell 'em?
awareness to, you know, everyone all across America to the issue that we have with a lot of nonviolent criminals in prison, and they got life sentences. I know many of them right now without their families, you know, just minor charges because of, you know, technicality. They end up having to spend their whole life in prison.
Jesus.
So what we want to try to do is just raise awareness to change the laws. There's judges that are quitting their jobs because they have to actually sentence someone to life, and they know it's not humane to do so.
Wow.
And it's documented. You know, one of my guys, Soldier, Christopher Young, if you Google him, you'll see there's a judge on his case quit being a judge, a federal judge, because he, you know, had to sentence this man to life. And right now, the same judge that quit is advocating to get him out of prison, along with Kim Kardashian. I talked to him the other day.
Oh, that's who she
That's
was
who
going there
that's who
advocating
Kim
for.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and you
Christopher
talked to
Young.
the man?
Yeah, I know. He talked to me the other day. He called me the other
Okay,
day.
cool. And
Yeah,
I'm so
Christopher
happy
Young.
that you're there for them.
Yeah, Christopher Young. It's
Yeah.
a couple others, you know. We got some from our city. Duke Tanner.
Duke Tanner, yeah, he's
Duke
my
Tanner.
Facebook friend.
Yeah,
and
they
we're
reduced
praying
his
for him
time,
all the time.
you know, from life. He's, you know, he's getting out, but we're trying to, you know, work on
Speed that
getting him
up.
out. Yeah, get him out even sooner than that. 'cause
He's
we
a
don't have
boxer.
children. Yeah,
he's a
great boxer.
Well, Marlon, you have so much to say. And
I know,
You're,
yeah,
you're
so
so
much.
full of life.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. I just
want
love
to
love.
invite you back.
Okay.
Because I want to know how the prison reform is going on,
Okay.
and I want to know how your entertainment business is going as well.
Okay.
So you will come back to the show, won't you?
Oh, yeah.
However, we're going to have to close this show out, and I'd like to thank Minnie Watkins. I'd like to thank JLM Gallery. I'd like to thank my crew,
Great
Carla, Adam, Ray, Kevin, and you, most of all. I'd like to thank my audience for watching. Enjoy life, everyone. I'm Karina Mitchell. Bye now.